Save your scraps, because something else might be a piece of scrap. Alright, we're back playing around with the leak in the pond. Had to wait on some parts and stuff. Got me a couple of these off of Amazon. Already had one that I'm using right there. What we're doing, fixing, taking that out, and replacing what's going over the top. Right. This is what I cut out there. That thing leaks. It's been there a whole 6 months. Had a little leak in it. Tried to tighten it up. It did tighten up just a little bit, but then it leaked worse. So now we got major problems. Alright, this stuff back here, it's like a clay, real sticky clay. And then it is this. I got that off of Amazon. It comes in a roll inside the box, looks like that. And yeah, it comes flat like that. Ain't no real big deal. So anyway, I wanted to put this on there and bring it in from that way, from the pond side. Have all this extra out here to help seal. But I'd have to take off all kinds of stuff and unhook the liner right there and try to get back behind it, all that stuff. So we're going to try to avoid doing that. So I'm just going to cut this down to the size of that. See how sticky that is. Alright, I got that. So now I'll shove this in that way. This is what came out of that hole with my hole saw. It's good to save your scraps, because you might end up with some scrap. Piece of scrap. That's what that is. Scrap. Don't buy one. It's been a pain since it got here. I think it was supposed to be slipped on one end and threaded on another. I thought, oh well, this thread thing in there, I kind of wanted something tied anyway on the way out. But I don't know what they use those threads for, because it don't hook up to nothing I know of. They're real fine threads. There's nut with its threads don't even want to work on their own threads. It's a piece of scrap. That's all it is, scrap. I had to take a roto zip with a grinding wheel on it, grind all threads out of the inside, because they had threads on both sides. So I had to undo the threads, grind all the threads out of that side, inside, and the threads on the inside on this side. Till I got the pipe to slide in. Out here, I glued the pipe to the thing, whatever the piece of scrap right there is, scrap. So, now I gotta get this piece of scrap out of my pond so I can put this stuff in there and hopefully seal it up, then start running over the top, which I wanted to avoid. I done thought about doing that when I started the whole thing, but there's a lot of problems that can happen with something like that. But since I used a piece of scrap, we got to do all this fixing because of the piece of scrap and go over the top anyway. So I'm going to try to overkill the over the top, so if something goes wrong with one, 2 or 3 other ones, they'll handle the flow and we'll be alright. I don't know how good I can get the video of what I'm about to do, because I gotta be all in all this mess, and that's not good. Okay, now after I get putting this in, that way sticky stuff over here, that'll go up against the back of the pond liner that's in there. I'm pretty sure when I cut the pond liner for the hole, I just cut an X in it, folded it all inside, so it had an X out there cut, and all the triangles folded inside to the piece of scrap. So this will go in from the outside, be up against the pond liner inside. Then we're going to take this. This is, it's millimeters, but it's right around 1/4 inch plexiglass. I cut it like that, so I'll have the flat top up there close to the top, so I can get as much as I could around here, the ceiling. I put that sticky stuff on here, and it's not wide enough, so it kind of seams together. You might be able to see a little bit of seam in there. I don't know if it's going to focus. There's a little seam right there, and it's going to smash up and mix together, kind of like wet clay. Yeah, and this stuff's got all kinds of little holes and gaps and everything. I'm pretty sure you flatten it all out. It'll be fine. So I'll have like that much around the outside of the hole, so I think that'll be good. Hope so. I'll probably find out before anybody tells me any different. I kind of sanded down the edges here, help keep from hurting the fish, but that's all it's going to be showing out there, so that's not bad. I put a little bit of sticky stuff on my bolt, ran the washer down there, so it's got it between the washer and the bolt. It's got it behind the washer, smashed between this, so that should all be sealed. There's a little bit on the threads there, so I think that's all. Looks like it's going to seal up to me. This stainless steel washer, screw, bolt, and that is going to go from the inside and go through this hole, and this will be in the wood right there that's running across where it came out of. So that'll be flat up against there like that. The pond liner will be right between these two, smashed up. And then I'll put a little piece of wood outside, across back here, a little 1x2, screw it to the pond wall, and then when I put my nut on here, it'll be on the outside of it, so it'll be about that much showing out there, and screw that on. That'll smash that up. That'll pull, if it's going to do anything, it'll pull it up even, smash it up even better up against the wood on the pond side. Alright. Okay, see, it's gone now. Got a hole in the fish tank. What I've done, since this piece of scrap didn't like to thread onto its own threads, I drilled right into it. Then drilled a little bit more, and it popped over. Anyway, I drilled the dang thing so it come off. Then this just slid out that way, out in the tank. First thing I noticed was it looked like the little gasket here was off to the side a little bit. It didn't seem that bad. Let me see what I killed. But here's what I found when I started messing around with the liner and they're cleaning out the hole. This is plant material. It's got to be this crazy grass that just runs all over the place. And it feels like a root. So that thing has crawled all the way up inside there and it dug in to clean the gasket and caused my leak. Oh boy. Okay, here's what this looks like before I cover it up with a bucket. That's inside the pond. Yep. Here's where we're going. 1, 2, I'm about to put the third one down there, and that one will come out. Alright, that's it for now. Well, here's the outside. And it looks like that on the outside. Bucket. Hatch. Bucket. Running into the pump. Well, we're running now. Alright, we got it running. Full of water. Moving some water. This bucket's running through that biomedia for tonight. So, fish ought to be getting happy. And the sump is really low. But it'll work for tonight. Moving water. Moving water. Moving water. Moving water. And that's what I was hoping for. 2 of these will run it. I get some water in the sump tomorrow. That'll pick up a little bit. We'll see where we're at then. But that's what it is for now. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.